Welcome back. So in this lesson, we're going to be talking about linear versus nonlinear functions. So here's your vocabulary. Make sure you read it, go over it, because that's what I'm going to be using as we talk through our lesson. So we're going to talk about patterns with linear functions first. So real quick, linear has the word line in it. And so that's what we're looking for, are functions that create lines. All right, so example one, representing a geometric relationship. So it's geometric because we're working with shapes that are creating our pattern. In the diagram below, what is the relationship between the number of rectangles and the perimeter in the figure they form? We're going to represent this relationship using a table, words, and an equation and a graph. So the best way to start this one off is with our table. So we're going to create, actually I'm going to erase that line and bring it out towards the middle a little bit, so we have room to put our labels and stuff. All right, so we're going to have number of rectangles, maybe, and then the perimeter. All right, so starting with one rectangle. When we do a perimeter, it's our distance around. So we have 6 plus 1, which is 7, plus 6 plus 1. So 7 plus 7 is 14. So we have a perimeter of 14. If we have two rectangles, remember, perimeter is just the distance on the outside. So we're no longer worried about this inside. Again, we have the two 6s, which is 12. Then I have 13, 14, 15, 16. So for two rectangles, I have a perimeter of 16. For 3, again, we have the 12. 6 plus 6 is 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we have another 18, or 18 as our perimeter. And then for 4 rectangles, our two 6s make 12. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So those are my perimeters for what we have in our picture. So what I notice as I was doing that is 12 was the same every time. And so when I go to write my equation, I know y equals, there's going to be something times my x, but I know each time I'm adding 12 to that perimeter. Why? Because each time we always had that 6, two 6s. That was the same every time. What changed was our number of ones. So in one rectangle, we had 2 1s, right? And in two rectangles, we had 4 1s because we'd have our 1s down here. And in 3, so what I notice is my number of rectangles gets, our single side, our 1, gets doubled. And so where we had 3 on top, that's 6 because we have both top and bottom. And when we add on that 4th rectangle, then we've added another 2 to our equation. And that's also like our change in our table here is also by 2, 14 to 16, 16 to 18. So our equation is going to be 2x plus 12. Now it also wants us to do this in words. So if we use words, I'm just going to basically write this in words. We're going to multiply the number of rectangles because that's what X represents. I can't just say we're going to multiply X. What is X? So we're going to multiply the number of rectangles by 2. Then add 12 to get perimeter around shape. And so that's our words. So we've represented the relationship using a table, check. Using words, using an equation. Now we need to graph it. So our X value in this case is our number of rectangles. And we're going to count those by ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You get the idea. And then our perimeter is our Y value. No, go back. Perimeter. And we're going to count those by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then it keeps going. All right, so from here, we are going to, this is my XY coordinate. So if I'm going to write this as a point, it's 1, 14. So I'm going to go right 1, up 14. So there's 1, 14. Next one's going to be 2, 16. So 2, 16. Then we've got 3, 18. And 4, 20. And there is our graph for this example. And that's how we do it. We will continue on with patterns and linear in the next video. But because there's so much that is being asked for, it takes a while. So I don't want to make the videos too long. I'll see you over there.